Hello friends and welcome back. I am Anna Delman. For those of you who are new and watching for the first time, welcome. It is day number 187 of my journey towards 365 of encouraging notes to myself, and this is what 168 days of note writing looks like. I pin them on there. I would like to just keep a record to see how far I'm going and how I'm progressing. Some things I'm repeating, but then as we're working on moving our lives forward, we do repeat things when we need to emphasize them. For instance, this morning I woke up and it's the end of the year. I've spoken about that before, and you start remembering precious people in your lives, the wonderful Thanksgiving events that you went to because they were done in love, and the Christmases, etc., and how much you long for that in your life again because of the focus there was through it all. And then you have to discipline your thoughts and bring them back to what is true and real. So day 187, my note to myself is fully realize you are not defined by anything other than grace. My sadness does not define me, grace does. Why? Know what it entitles you to live out. How? Trust with all you have and cling to what is true. Live out your beauty for ashes. Now, the past few days I have spoken about based on the Word of God, and I had the whiteboard behind me, and I had written out verses that I have been focusing on to cultivate in my heart and come to the greater understanding. Thankfulness doesn't happen out of nowhere. You've got to know what you're thankful for. And as a believer, I've got to understand that my primary thankfulness is that I know God and He is my Father. But what does that entitle me to? And the Word of God is, whoops, I nearly knocked over my mason jar of water. The Word of God teaches me what I am entitled to because of His character, and the only way I can know that is through reading the Word of God. And through reading it, we learn to know why we can be thankful through everything, no matter how difficult it is. As I said yesterday, thankfulness allows you to realize that you're not defined by your problems or your circumstances. Grace defines us. So why is it important to learn what grace entitles you to? Because it defines you. Wouldn't it be better to be seen as smiling and joyous when life is falling down around you? And that's not to come across as being smug or arrogant or prideful as a know-it-all spiritually. It is that you can grieve and your heart can be broken, but yet you can have a smile because you know God is sovereign and in control. So let's look what God says about that. So Isaiah 61 verse 3, it's in the talking points down below if you want to read it for yourselves. It's in the Amplified translation down below, and will read from the Amplified here as well. To grant consolation and joy in brackets to those who mourn in Zion, to give them an ornament, a garland, a diadem of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, the garment of praise instead of a heavy, burdened, and failing spirit, that they may be called oaks of righteousness. Now, what is an oak? It continues in brackets. Lofty, strong, and magnificent, distinguished for uprightness. Those mighty oaks. If you've got oak trees in your neck of the woods, you know what I mean. Justice and right standing with God. The planting of the Lord, that He may be glorified. Friends, many of us are put into our neck of the woods in difficult situations. We are planted there by God. We may not like it. I don't like it, but I know He has me here to glorify Him. And I want to be His oak tree. I lived with, the last 8 years I was in California, I lived with oak trees, California wild oaks all around me in Southern California. And there was one right outside the front door. I walked past it a myriad of times every day, going to school, going to work. I worked on campus, etc. So they're beautiful, they're gorgeous, they're magnificent. They're distinguished for uprightness. They're lofty and strong. That's what I want my character to reveal of my God. Does that mean I like where He's placed me? No, He knows that I'm honest with Him, and I have no shame in being honest with Him. But yet I'm choosing to do what is right for His glory. And friends, that is what He's calling us to do. That is our gift of service to Him, by being thankful and showing it in that way. When others see our strength of character because of Him, we can share with them what a heart of thankfulness and gratitude looks like. We don't even have to speak to them. They can see it evidenced in our character, friends, and that glorifies God. I can't say it enough. It glorifies Him. So tomorrow will be day number 188, and I will be back again to encourage myself and hopefully encourage you along the way. I may wake up with another sad morning, but I know I will be glorifying my God, because I'll be picking myself up and glorifying Him throughout the day. Until tomorrow, take care and God bless, and we will talk again. Bye-bye for now.